柬埔寨、缅甸。对，没错。好 ，Let's continue. Listing agreement， 我们今天讲的话呢，从这里基本哈 ，fully refundable retaining fee， 这个我们比较少碰到了。This is how the retaining fee works. If we have successful closing of retaining fee, is fully refunded to you. If you decide to cancel or not renew this agreement when it's expired, then I keep the retaining fee as compensation to offset a small fraction of my cost. I'm pleased to say I have never had to keep any retaining fee because I've always have successful closing. Well, 在我们这个地方是 a little bit tough lah. We do have an expired listing. That means it's like when you expire, you tell seller to pay you the fraction of a cost of what you spend on the house. I think a little bit tough at this area, but maybe some other state that's normal. Okay, because they sometimes 3 months for us, 3-4 months that's normal for us. But on other state, you sign a listing could be 1 year because the middle of a boony town. Then you take a longer time because population is not that many. So you're looking at that may not suitable for us, but just give you some idea. Okay, that's how you can negotiating with the seller. Credit retaining fee. The retainer fee is simple, a down payment on the service fee. It helps to cover some of the costs prior to our successful closing. It will be fully refundable to you or credit toward the service fee at the successful close of escrow. The only way you don't get it back if you cancel with me and don't renew this agreement, so you are in control of what happened to your money. So actually you kind of control the seller, but actually you tell seller you are in control. But I mean, on the other hand, you control the seller's decision and say, well, the retaining fee is if I cancel the agreement, within the listing period, we got, people, the seller may cancel our listing agreement. Then what do? We are pretty vulnerable. We got nothing. Okay, we already spend this money, spend that money, and if the seller suddenly says, I don't want to sell, then what do? Or you let it go, pretty much, because you don't want to ruin the relationship later on. But if the business talk, suppose no free lunch. But we actually did offer the seller free lunch if we did not sell it, okay? Or they cancel. What do we get? Nothing, unfortunately. So different area, different market. If you want to try to charge a retaining fee, well, seller may not sign the listing with you, okay? But it won't hurt to ask. They say, well, usually I may charge you the retaining fee. Just like, you tell me to list the house. Then suppose, I should charge you something. Just like you pay for staging. Usually you need to rent the furniture. They don't care did you sell the house or not. You need to rent the furniture, right? Just like whoever did the inspection, they don't care if the buyer purchased it or not. So do appraiser. They still charge their fee. Same thing, you use that scenario to talk to the seller. If I list your house, this is how much it costs. But if you sold it, it's free. Just like, did you ever call the plumber or call the air conditioning contractor? I know lately a lot of people call AC contractor. When they come out, did they come out for free? No. Why? They got burned before. So they will come out, doesn't matter, $65, $80, that's a trip fee, doesn't matter. You do the repair or not. But if you find them to do the repair, and that trip fee or the service charge fee, they waive. Same scenario. But we just, we are afraid to ask the seller. Not only we are afraid to ask a retaining fee. I mean, we even afraid to ask 6%. then what do we? We just, offer the free lunch because of competition. Yeah. And now even some of the listing agent, they only ask, okay, list your house for 1%. What can we do, right? Competition. So those are just give you some idea. It's not really, may not suitable for our area here, but it's okay. But just, you just let you know as a tool, okay? You may consider That is something. You say, you know, I didn't really charge you the retaining fee like others. Well, if they are first time to sell the house, you can probably fool them. But if they sell the house before, no, nobody charged me a retaining fee. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about the other agent in the outer state. I didn't say here, but here, you know, we offer you free lunch. Yeah, just like, you know, the some of the buyer's agent, they even offered a free ride, right, for people just from China. They thought they could, you know, bossing us around. I want to go here. I want to go shopping. I want to go to supermarket. And who's the driver? You, agent. Even cheaper than Uber. Uber, you still need to pay, right? Let's take a buyer, you know, real estate agent. It's free. Yeah, some people just bossing us around. Oh, because I want to buy the house. Then you gotta have to service me first. Well, it's up to you though. I heard that, but I didn't do it because I say, well, I guess I prefer local clients. Just like one of you know, co-workers say, what's your most of your client coming from? Local referral. So I didn't really have, you know, a very few from, you know, any other country. It's all local here. The good thing on a local buyer is the you get, you know, easier to control. Doesn't matter for doesn't matter, you know, for the upside or downside, because they always need to buy the house to live in instead of they just buying the house for investment. That's how they got so many rental, or so many people used to be a few years back, they're buying Eastville because new is cheap. Okay. And what happened? You got tons of rental now over there. Yeah. Tons of rental. And that will hurt the lease market, rental market over there. Well, definitely. Put it this way: landlord, they are very vulnerable. Bad credit, I only want 1 month security deposit. You want to take it or not? I have no other applicants. Did you ever see the credit report? I saw it over there, below 500, 400 something. And I say, can we have 2 months security deposit? No. 1.5 months maximum. Then later on, no. Probably 1 1/3 month. That's it. It's still even negotiating with the security deposit. Not talk about the rent yet. Because I say, apartment won't even accept you. So what? Other landlord will accept me. Why? Got tons of landlord out there in Eastville, Corona area. Then, same thing. How many people, you probably heard a lot of people will invest in Vegas, right? Las Vegas. How many owner? You know, if you talk about all the Vegas property, 44% owned by California owner. Then what's that telling you? Do you think all vacation home? Rental. Then when that's so many rental, what happened? You compete. I stay here for 3 months without paying the payment. That's okay. Then I'll stay another one. So what? What do you want me to do? Okay. Sometimes they even damage the house. And if you increase $50 here, $50, oh, thank you. You only increased $50 over there, $50, they move. They move somewhere cheaper. Same thing around the town. Could be their next door neighbor. Yeah. Or same price. Yeah. I had the investment property over there before, and just, you know, over about 10 years, I cannot even increase $50. 10 years. I keep the same rate for 10 years. Here, it's like no brainer. It's like, What? 10 years? I want to increase it. But every time I want to raise 50 bucks, I say, oh, if you want to raise 50 bucks, then we're going to move. And I call the agent over there. What's the rate over there? James is still the same. Damn. And other investment, I got it, 10 years later, it's double already. The rent over there. Sold it. Before the financial crisis, I sold it. Dump it. I cannot really see the future. All I can make the money is the appreciation for the house. That's about it. But when it's financial crisis 2007, when it crashed hard because I bought it way back to year 2000. Then it was cheap. But when it's crashed, like 2008 and 9, the same area, similar house like what I have, they crashed below even year 2000. How bad is it? Well, it's because a lot of California, they buy over there. When they dump, everybody dump. Did you ever heard about it? I have one because a tenant, they want to lease, and they say half year later I will buy. Yeah, I'm so stupid. I believe him because in two houses, similar area, and just for that half year, I lost about 80 grand, $80,000, because when it crashed fast, and because that half year later, and I have to open escrow 4 times. Cancel, right? When it's crash, buyers cancel. One of a buyer, they don't even care that initial deposit. I cannot even find a buyer. Where's the buyer's agent? I mean, they vanish. Buyers vanish, buyer's agent vanish. What happened? What do we do to escrow? Hey, come on, somebody got to sign a cancellation. I mean, we have to wait until the date is passed, and okay, then automatic cancel, right? Because when the escrow expires, that bad, gone. Because you got to figure out the job opportunity over there. Used to be Las Vegas, still the number 1, okay, for gaming, and now it's down to what? 3, number 3. Yeah. Who's the number 1? Macau. What's the number 2? Number 2, Macau. Auman, huh? Yeah. Who's the number 2? Singapore. 新加坡的那个有没有？ That's why Venetian, they all invest Macau, then Singapore. I mean, the hotel is still making money, Venetian. But if you talk about the Las Vegas city or the state, they're losing money on the job opportunity over there. That's why it costs us so much when we're attending Vegas now. We even have to pay the parking fee, right? Resort fee. Whatever the fee used to be, come on. They come here, they come there, and all they want is, hey, you just come over. And it's cheap, dirt cheap. If you look at it, if you look at a hotel rate in Las Vegas compared to our rent or the housing, Las Vegas hotel rate is by at least 3 times more now. 3 times, 300% increase. Right? Yeah. Because they are losing, on the job opportunity, losing money. So that's why they have to finally get back to normal, the hotel rate. They got to have to charge you premium. Well, certainly, because the hotel is great in Las Vegas. Used to be, what, how much? 50 bucks? No, can you find any 50 bucks? Oh, unless it's beat up one in downtown Las Vegas, right? Most of what we stay is 200 bucks. And that's easily 3-4 times more compared to before. It's because they don't have enough visitor or tourist. And if you talk about local here, typical American, they're cheap. They won't spend much money, on gambling.
Yeah, in casino.
So that's why. Okay, here's, we got the availability. Most buyers have a limited time to see home, and they typically see several at a time, with their realtor being able to see home when it is convenient for the buyers is absolutely key to attracting the most buyer to your home, which will result in more offers for you to negotiate. This will ultimately put more money in your pocket at closing, which is what you want, right? Yeah, because basically availability. So that means
You have to make it easy to show, especially those appointment only. If it's possible, also put in the lockbox.
so availability. That's why. If the buyer coming out and they see something better and you cannot
See it, you lose opportunity.
yeah. Even you paid a higher commission, so what? But I mean, if they cannot see the house, you still don't.
It's not going to sell it.
Especially if you have those listing, I know it's kind of tough.
Subject to interior inspection. For units, that's normal because you don't disturb tenant. But for house, regular residential, nobody want. Subject drive by only, subject to interior inspection, or submit offer subject to interior inspection.
Okay, well, look something else.
Because basically, what is seller is not cooperating.
That's why availability, really important. That's how you do it for the lockbox. So no matter what, if you could put a lockbox,
Remember, I tell you either put a CBS code, or you let the seller control your lockbox. You give the super lockbox to the seller. Once the appointment, they can leave the. So good. That means no showing. You cannot see inside. So that means you submit the offer, put on the offer, say on the term and condition, subject to interior inspection. That means if the seller accept the offer, they will schedule
showing. That's the only time if you are really, really on the hot market. We are not really so hot right now. I know the weather is hot, but but if you talk about hey, if you talk about the housing market, not really. Listing agreement. Here's a payback. Talk about a home warranty. I know we usually ask the seller to pay for it. NAR statistics indicate that seller who offer the buyers a home warranty paid for by the seller sell for the higher price that more than offset the cost of a warranty to be the seller. And the home typically sell faster as well, which is exactly what you want.
I mean, it's pretty normal for us. Seller pay for the home warranty. Seller pay for the title insurance. For other states, different. So like, yeah, it's like Vegas, and Nevada. When I'm, the seller is not really need to pay for the title insurance. Buyer need to pay for it because they are not really enforceable as like the title insurance policy. So every state is different.
Or so do the home warranty. I say,
It's up to you. You want to buy it, buyer, you buy it. Seller not going to purchase.
seller coverage. When you sign up the home warranty for the buyer, you are covered during the listing period for the many items if they break down or need repair at no cost to you. Well, that's basically if the seller pay for it starting, that's another even listing period.
Why they say that? Because seller they purchase before listing. When they are ready to listing, they buy the home warranty. And after that, then if during the listing period, they can probably call the home warranty company to come out to pay for it, the repair. They purchase for a whole year. And then then the anything if anything wrong with it, yeah, they can home warranty. Because put it this way, can you purchase home warranty anytime? Yes. You can buy it for your house. I can buy it for my house anytime. When you bought it, if anything wrong with it after a month later, after a month, okay, I'll tell you the key after a month, 1 month, after 1 month, you don't buy it and call the home warranty right away for repair. They say, oh, come on, you already know it's broke down. Okay, so you usually, if somebody, some of a seller, they do have those seller, they continuous buying the home warranty year, renew it year after year. So they can call anytime, because home warranty companies say, yeah, you want to sell it? Yeah, if anything wrong with it, if the inspection or whatever you found out, because they keep up. They are not worried about it, because they did keep up. Even the inspection, they hardly can find anything, because they keep up the repair. Every time they call home warranty, come out to repair if it's anything broke down. So that's different. Yeah. So those are different thought. Because usually we wait until close of escrow, then we sell it by the home warranty for buyer. They're starting at close of escrow, but this actually is they're starting before listing. But what you can do is if anything repair, that's more benefit to the seller. If buyer asking a seller to do the repair, request for repair, then now they got home warranty cover. Okay, fine. Then I guess I can afford it, especially it's bigger items. The deductible is what, $70, $75 if a bigger item. Yeah, it's worth it. You call home warranty. Small item, you probably do it yourself. Then if the buyer still requests for one full years, you just pay the difference. Pass it on. The home warranty, right? Pass it on. Pay the differences. It's going to be even cheaper, right? Because you say, oh, I already use it for 3 months, for example. I already use it for half year, and I just pay the other half year. So instead of $400 or $500, it's probably $300. You pass it on for the. Make sure when you close escrow, you still have full year to the buyer. That you can talk to home warranty as a prorated. Sure, you can do that. Those are, you never thought about it, but it's available. You can do it. So that's why sometimes when you do the training, when I do, I say, okay, we never thought about it in Southern California here, but definitely it's available. Yeah. Somebody ring the ding dong. Staging for more dollar. That's what we, actually we see a result. Studies show that home that staging properly sell for more money than those that are not staged properly, since buyers buy based on emotion and justify their decision based on logic. The objective is to bring out the emotion of each room in a way that impact the buyer. Staging is an art. I have some excellent material that I can loan and give it to you that will help you to get every dollar your beautiful home is worth. You guys know we do have a staging department, right? And if you could, certainly you can visit in there, on the showroom, and have them to download before and after those photos at your iPad or iPhone. So when you can do the listing presentation, you can show to the seller. This is an extra service for us can offer you. The best thing for what we can offer you is, well, that's only for the Remax, 2000, agent. But what they actually offer us is Seller doesn't need to pay the rental fee until selling the property. Oh, none of a staging company will do that. They only pay the moving fee, $750 moving and move out fee. For 2 to 3 months, sometime, depends. They offer you 2 months, you pay without paying the rental fee. If you sell the property within 2 months, yeah, definitely. You pay when it's closed escrow, 0.5%. That's for Remax, 2,000. To other companies, because they do offer, for other offers as well. That's a 1% of a total selling price. They would not take it. Yeah. That's fair. You have to take the risk. If you do not sell it, they cannot charge you. None of a staging company do that. They will charge you when they move in the furniture.
Get 25% off.
That means you will guarantee sell the property. I'll give you. You pay ahead of time. I'll give you 20% off. Some of us sell. Oh, hey. Actually, when it's staging property, yes, it will definitely help you sell it. A lot of people, when you see model home, what do you think? That's how.
I try not to use a staging word. It's because our company, even as a staging department, I refer them as more interior design department. Staging mainly is just moving the furniture into the house. But they do have, our staging department do have the interior designer. Not only they moving the furniture, they put it all the display. From dining area to living room area, picture frame to even curtain. I had it, when the curtain is so outdated, remove it. They put the brand new curtain. Yeah, 1 day, or usually a half day. Oh yeah. And if like older furniture, they tell the seller move to the garage. So the display on living room, dining room, all new, except their bedding set is old. Okay, because they need to sleep in, right? Okay, other than that, hey. Yes. Now painting actually 2 way. Okay, seller has to pay for the paint. Seller cannot really say, okay, owning the furniture, because the paint is stay in the house. They cannot move away, right? Seller gotta pay. But on the other hand, not only if the price too high, they will not take the case. If the house condition without painting, they will not take the case either. Either you can have the painter to hire, or you can the staging department, our department, they do have the interior design department, they do have a painter as well. Lately, they even have a painting for what? Tiles. Did you see some of the old house? They have a pink tiles, avocado green tiles. Those are like baby blue tiles in the bathroom. You look at it, come on, it's outdated, right? They can paint it in everything white. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, it can be painted now. And definitely cabinet, right? Kitchen cabinet. It's not wooden color anymore. It's white now. Yeah. So they can all paint it if you wish them to do so. But the paint, definitely, you have to pay for. It's not part of a staging. But it definitely looks a whole lot nicer. Especially bigger home, better house. And it's nice area, but it's the house kind of outdated look. I would definitely suggest, paint all the cabinet, maybe in white, put on the knob, even those, pink tiles, bathroom, tub, or everything. Hey, you can paint everything in white. Hey, looks better. Yeah. They are pretty toxic. I can tell you that. It's like, that's why they say they avoid anybody get in the house for at least a week or two when they paint those tiles. Yeah, those are not regular paint. Yeah. They got to make sure it's dry. Just like Home Depot, they did sell those paint. They can paint the sink, ceramic sink. Yeah, the paint, actually, they can paint the chips. Kitchen sink, bathroom sink, you can, but that is not cheap though. The little bottle for $50. But actually, you can paint it, and when it's dry, it's like ceramic, clear, shiny. That's how those paint the tile. Yeah. So that and the other one, model home. Have you ever wondered why new home builder completely decorate their model home? It's very simple, but buy based on emotion and justify their decision based on logic. So it's really important. Buying a house, you gotta have a price and value. Usually, husband and wife, vice versa. One is more emotion. The other one is maybe more logic. Then how you just satisfy both of them by getting emotion. That's, you gotta have emotion first. Without emotion, they're not gonna buy it, right? Doesn't matter you have a logic or not, but emotion gotta be first. Then they will figure out the logic. By getting the buyers more involved emotionally, why we are triggered emotionally first. The builder can usually charge a higher price. That's what we are trying to accomplish with us, staging and preparing your home. Get the buyer more involved emotionally, so that will pay top dollar for your home, which is what you want, right? Yeah. So that's emotionally have to be first. Sometimes, usually, wife, woman is more emotion than men, but sometimes I see men in more emotion than women. So, yeah. So it depends who is the boss. When you show the property, especially, husband and wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, you got to see who is the decision maker. You got to have to kind of determine emotion, who is more emotion. Because without emotion, logic is nothing. That's why we are not just use staging, just put in the furniture. But when you talk about model home, and that's more like an interior design. Yeah, they do have a speaker. Yeah. Somebody try to wake us up. Yeah. So in the model home, you just decoration, everything, from the flower vase to the picture frame to the utensil on the dining table, everything, even with the a screen TV, flat screen TV, or fake one, okay, on the wall. So it really looks like a real home. But ours, staging company, the good thing is they using those furniture, they are brand new one. So if the buyer want to buy it, yeah, can be for sale. Yeah. Or anything, decoration item, it can be for sale. But every half year, we do have a parking lot sale too, because they will sell all the, all the furniture, so they can buy more the new one. So keep it up. So that's why every half year we do have a parking lot sale on the staging department. You can pick some of the good items. Yeah, yeah. So they can buy more. Yeah. Kwang actually spent about like probably $500,000 now. It's probably even more, just buying the fun to continue buying the furniture. Now probably close to $1 million. Yeah. And that is something. Um, it's really benefit, and that's how they keep us going. Just like not only we have our print shop, staging department, but the best thing on the staging department, then different than others, seller doesn't have to pay. I never pay for it. Usually I have seller to pay. Seller or whoever, okay, put it this way. You don't need to pay anything until it's sold. None of a staging company will do that. Yeah. You think 0.5% is a lot.
Well, when you sell the property, if you can sell more
0.5% is nothing.
of the selling price, even they're willing to offer, even outside of our company, they 1%, they think it's nothing. Why? It's because when you talk about $1 million home, if they can sell $100,000 more than without any staging, come on, 1% is nothing. Yeah, 4 or 5 million. Hey,
They think about, if you look at those furniture, they really use a good one,
nice one.
because you cannot use cheap furniture to those $1 million house. So that's why even $1 million house, they kind of put out the monitor because they're afraid that somebody steal those furniture. It's worth a lot. Yeah. Okay, emotion and logic. Preparing your home properly for showing can literally make your thousands of dollars. Buyer make their purchase decision based on emotion.
You got to have emotion first, so they will
Purchase the decision, how they feel about the house, and they justify the decision based on logic, term, and contract.
So logic is later. So without emotion, that's why you got to find out who is the boss. Who is more emotional. When they look at a property.
We want to help them fall in love with your home by staging every room in a way that brings out the positive emotion. Doing this property will help you to get the maximum profit from the sale of your home and at the asking price. Buyer expect the home to be top shape. They will be disappointed as soon as when they walk in a door if your home isn't staging properly.
So that's why if you just rent the, you see some of the listing, they just kind of rent the furniture into it. So they just basically, it's a plain furniture. Just, okay, here's a living room, here's a dining room, here's a family room. Boom, 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 boom. They put it. But you can just simply lay down the furniture over there. That's it. They don't even decorate. Decorate like what? You gotta have to decorate the table, coffee table, or dining table. What do you need to put it on? Right?
It's not just
an empty one. It's all different.
So that's why interior design and staging
is different. Then if you didn't staging properly, then you basically just wasting your money. So if you really want to spend that money, do it right, do it properly.
Based in show. Think about selling your home as a contest where you want to win best in show in the buyer's mind.
That's important, isn't it? When you show the list, all the listing, probably 3-4 houses or even more, what actually will bring, you got more memory for a buyer. You got to be the best one, or the worst one. They will remember the most. Somewhere in between, they probably won't.
So actually, then you want your home to stand out on the buyers versus all the other competitors. You want to stir up all the positive emotion you can in the buyers, because that is what will motivate the buyers to pay you the highest price.
Because when the emotion kick in, especially women, they will tell their husband or boyfriend, "This is a house I like. Get it." Aha. Then someone gotta have to jump on it and pay the premium.
That's how that happened. Then how do we select the right realtor? Now it's a different subject. I understand that the actual agree that you should interview other agent. That way you will be more comfortable with your final choice. If there is anything I haven't covered for you, and if you have any concern about anything, I say please let me know now so that I can clarify and add information for you. I want you to make a complete informed decision. In fact, here is a summary I have prepared to help you select the right realtor for the job. I give you the important area to consider, that question to ask. Using this summary, you'll be able to select the best realtor, not the one who quotes you the highest price for your home and the lowest service fee. As you can see, there is a lot more to it than that. You want an agent who can truly put the most money in your pocket
at closing. I cannot say all the seller is qualified to be your client. Some seller just dirt cheap. They just don't care. Okay, then either you can continue to take the listing or you can walk away. It's up to you. If they are pricing driven, I want to sell the highest price, but I want to get the lowest commission, and I don't want to clean the house. I don't want any staging. I want to sell the home assets, no repair, no termite. Well, hello. So that's an issue. It's like, well, are you going to? You gotta have to adjust. See if are you going to take the listing or not. If you see those seller, because those are the seller. They are not educable. It's like they are not listening to you whatsoever. But that's I didn't say you will have to take all the listing, but if you have plenty of leads, then you can walk away. But if you really have no other leads and this is my only chance to get the listing, okay, I would say still take it, but use that listing to attract other seller and buyer. Don't waste that listing if you know that listing it won't be sale. It's okay. Okay, at least you got one listing. But I mean, you have you basically so far when you're starting, it's okay. You can take those expired listing or even the listing and let it expire. So what? Reputation is not that important yet. When it's like the started. But when you work for about longer time, 5 years, 10 years, then you start have to kind of watch out your reputation. Are you going to take the way overpriced listing? I didn't say you cannot take overpriced listing. A little bit overpriced. Okay, we'll take it. Especially when the market's still upswing. But if, especially over $1 million house, think twice. Yeah. But even overpriced $1 million house, I know it's really adjust what is overpriced, especially custom home. Somebody likes it, then it's not overpriced. Either when they don't like it, everything is overpriced.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to make your adjustment. Here, save the relationship. Those are we facing a lot. Okay. Virtually all my past and the current client also had to have a friend or family member in real estate. I'm always flattered. The other one I just tell you, haven't quite finished. If you tell them and say, I forgot to mention that, if you listed those questionnaire for the seller to ask other realtor, be smart. It's going to be favored in you, right? You got to create those questions. Definitely favor in you, not other agent or other company. So you tell seller using those questions to ask other interview other listing agent, then definitely they are not going to be fully qualified, right? Little trick. You gotta have to, or just like what I did. Am I, qualified to be your agent? Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Then why don't you sign now? Oh, because I still need to interview 2 other agents. Okay, you really have to interview them? Not really, but I just, already set an appointment with them. Fine, how about I be the bad guy, you be the good guy. I call them to cancel the appointment if you sign it now. So that's a situation may happen. You don't even create a question for them, just cancel the other 2 appointments. So sometimes, the statistic is showing the first, actually the very first agent, they may have more on the winning side. Yeah, some people they did not agree on. Some they say, oh, I'd rather be the last one. I kind of disagreed on that, is because when you're the last one, you may not have a chance.
because I cancel other before. I'd rather be the first one, okay? If I got the first one, didn't qualify, at least I tried, right? I get the opportunity, I try my best. And then if you could ask the seller why, just for my information, future information, why did not choose me as your agent? Can you tell me the reason? So I can improve myself. I know it's hard, very hard, because it feels sad. It's just like you peeling your wound again. Yeah. You ask seller, what did I do wrong? So you did not choose me as your listing agent. Or vice versa, you can ask the buyer, why you did not choose me as your buyer's agent? Usually they will say, you did not give me a kickback. Oh boy. You didn't give me enough. Oh, I see. What do you mean it's enough? It's how much is enough? Should I give everything to you? Well, because some of them, when they're buying the brand new house, 70-30, buyer get 70%, listing the buyer's agent get 30%. Oh boy. And definitely, I don't even agree half-half either. Yeah, it's split half-half to the buyers, on the commission. But I mean if like a few dollar amount, yeah, that's fine. But if a lot, well. So those are, you can be from that scenario. It can be, I have a different subject. You can talk about, when they start interviewing on different agent. Okay. Usually buyers, they probably didn't really interview the buyer's agent. They just, kind of test it every time you show them, the different agent to show them a property. So if you have that opportunity, grab it. Don't feel bad if they didn't choose you, but just ask them. Usually buyer's agent didn't really get much, but just the money, kickback on that. That's what I heard the most. But listing, you can always ask them, why you didn't choose me as your listing agent? So for my future reference. Actually, most of the sellers, they actually do respect that. You ask that question and say, boy, you are really want to improve yourself and you really want to work hard in your career. This actually, I say, sometimes you make them regret they didn't choose you. What happened next when it's expire? How many percent of expired listing what we see here? Probably 30%. Yeah. Then when it's expired, who did they call? You! You get opportunity again. Isn't it? Yeah. So you gotta have to, show them you're still passionate with your career. So that's why you need to find out, what did I do wrong? You didn't choose me as your agent. Okay. This subject, I know the relationship, save the relationship. This is a lot of people were facing it. Okay. So I started, for the virtually all of my past and the current client also had a friend or family member in real estate. Well, which is true, a lot of them. I'm always flattered when someone chooses me to handle the sale of their home, because I know it can be a difficult decision not to be business with the friends or family. I will never tell you not to do business with a friend or a family member, but if I could, I would like you to share with the 4 reasons why others have chosen not to do business with friends and family. Those are, you guys have to kind of remember that. How you can, overcome the objection. 1, they value the relationship, don't want to jeopardize losing the friends or alienating the family member because of the business transaction that goes bad. You cannot badmouth about it. Can you fire the listing agent if the listing agent is your friends or family member? Can you fire her or him? Can you tell him and say, he or she never do the open house, but I really want someone to do the open house for me? You cannot boss them around. But when you hire a stranger or a professional listing agent, yeah, you can boss them around if it's reasonable, right? I like you to do this. I like you to do that. Is it okay? But they're afraid to ask their friends or family, can you do that?
Because end up, that when the transaction is over, they may losing the relationship. Many. So that's how you want to mention when you attack those seller. Oh, but my aunt or my whoever uncle, he's a listing agent, but I gotta have to give it a chance. Are they full time? Oh no, they are part timer. Wow. Okay. You gotta have to find out more. Then you know how to. I cannot say bad mouth about it, but how can you know how to attack those people, right? Attack. Okay. Unless I say, oh, what your aunt or uncle is what, Nancy Lou? Okay. Then I know it's really hard to compete with her, but I still appreciate you give me the opportunity. If I listing your house, I'll be very, very, very happy. I will, do a lot for you, because you got a strong competitors. It is. It happened to us? Yes. It happened. Yeah, because if you got a listing around this area, Rolling High Diamond Bar, it will compete with our co-worker. Okay? That's normal. Then when you compete with the experienced agent, I say, boy, what should I do? I'll tell you what you do. Okay? Second, they realize the financial or personal information will be shared or exposed during the process of selling their home, and they don't want friends and family member to find out certain things. Okay. Because it is of the when we're doing the selling, you know a lot of privacy issue, from the seller. But some of a seller, they just don't want their friends or family to know that. So I would, on the other hand, I will understand why some of my friends, they rather don't want to find me to be their agent. I do respect that, because if you want to keep the friends relationship going, sometimes may not be the good idea to, working with the business together. And the friend's family member is a part-time hobbyist, not a full-time professional, and simply won't be able to get the best results. Well, yeah. If you need an urgent, can you call? I'm working. I cannot review the offer. I cannot. Well, I gotta wait until after work. Or I can only show you the property, just like if the buyer's agent they do it part timer. I can only show you the property during weekend. Come on, during the weekend the house is calm. Oh, I have to do it after work. Okay, that means 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So part-timer just won't happen. They cannot really practice good. I mean, they probably can sell their own house, but if you really service other clients, especially friends and family, that I would say the worst is a part-timer agent. You already foreseeing they cannot perform good, and you still want to choose them? Now, are you planning to just cut off the relationship with them? Yeah. Number 4, the seller needs to get a most money in their pocket at closing. The seller decides to choose the very best agent for the job. Unless your friends or family, they are the best agent. Just like our top agent, our office, if you happen to compete with that, okay, you should feel honored. They still find you because they don't have to interview you. So they can just choose their friend or family if they are the top agent around the area, right? Why they still interview you? Because they still have doubt. And you should feel honored they interview you as the agent, even you don't get it. Because they say, well, I do understand you do have to give the friends or family a chance. And now we know you got about 30% of expired listing. I didn't say I don't wish you, well, deep in my heart, yes, I wish your house is expired. But but just in case, okay? anything is not going your way, please remember me, since you already interviewed me and you think I'm capable to handle your case. But since your friends and family also the top agent around this area, you don't want to upsetting them. I do understand. Okay, you can walk away beautifully, but you may have a chance, because sometimes if they think you are the qualified agent, you may not list your own house, but you may listing their friends or other families member. They are not related to the top agents a house. So let's back to the square one, right? The number one, you don't want to jeopardize the relationship, did you? Yeah. Well, I got a part timer, just like buyer's agent. I got a buyer's, I say, well, my my relative is a agent in Temecula. Okay, then why don't you tell me in the begin with? You want to approach me as a listing agent to be also, because my agent said, well, they tell me to look at the property so they can submit offers, or they will give me a 1% kickback. Yeah, I say, look, if you let me know that earlier, definitely I will not share any information to you, and I will just keep it as a listing agent. That's okay. You can have your buyer's agent, your relative come in to submit offer, but I can now, first of all, you can still have your relative to submit the offer, but it won't be the same price. Believe me. Look at my eyes. It won't get the same price. Yeah. Should I be your buyer's agent or not? Because it's not fair. I told them it's not fair. I spend all the information, spend the time with you, explain everything. Now you tell me your relative is an agent. You want them to submit the offer, and my answer is no. I'm not happy with that. Yeah. If you let me know sooner, I'm glad you told me. Okay, I do respect that. Fine. They can submit the offer. Then I will not spend so much time to go over with you everything. Then the last moment you staffed me. How many agents, especially part-time agent, that's how they did though. You tell the buyers, go out, talk to a listing agent, and end up, the buyers, they didn't even tell the listing agent or, other buyer's agent sometimes, okay? And the other agent submit the offer to the listing agent and they give it 50%, kickback, because they didn't even show the property. What did they get to lose? That's how the part-timer makes some money. Okay, that's a strategy. You got to have to watch out those part-timers. Okay, so buyer's agent, either if you don't feel comfortable with this a buyer, it's okay. Let them sign a buyer's agreement. You don't sign it, no showing. Find someone else. Trust your first instinct. If you pick up the phone and the buyer's agent say, how much kickback you'll give it to me? I said, come on, before even showing, you tell me how much kickback? Oh, okay, you want kickback? Okay, then I want you to sign. I said, we'll talk about it when we see it, okay? Then if you really do see them, okay, especially, I won't pick them up. Come to my office or go to the property, okay? If you're so lazy, you're not even qualified to my buyer. If that situation happened, I probably won't say anything. I will say, oh, what kickback? I never heard about it. Well, that's normal. Everybody know. I say, I'm sorry, I'm not the average agent. I'm not the average agent. I'm above average agent. I guess you are talking about below average agent. That's why they all know. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Now I know. Thank you so much to educate me. You just find a top agent. It just happened. You find a top agent. That's why I didn't know. Or you and I know. You didn't know? No. Oh, okay. So
Oh, they give me a 50%. I say, wow, okay, that sounds excellent. Then why don't you find them to show your property? Why you find me for? You ask them. Well, because they didn't really give me a house. Well, that's the bottom line. Well, yeah. Then if they didn't give you the house, what do you get? Nothing. You don't get the house, you don't get a kickback, right? You lose the most. What did they lose? Time. You lose what? Money. Because a house still going up, interest rate still going up. What do you lose most? And your money sitting in the bank still starts depreciate day by day. Who lose the most? Yeah, you talk to them over the phone since we didn't know each other. It's okay. Yeah. Then if you want to find me, sure. If those buyers really do show up, I will probably let them sign. Even I never tried to sign a buyer's agreement, but I think it's a good to practice now. Those buyers, if you want me to show you the property, here's buyer's agreement.
It won't hurt.
You don't sign, no showing. Well, I probably will sign not just the agreement. I was okay. That buyer's agreement can be all the property, or I can cover one address or county, because the area it can be flexible. See, for example, I probably won't go to further away. Like if those people I say, okay, this buyer, if they buying the house in LA County, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, oh come on, Orange County, you only cover 4. I won't go to Ventura County, too far. I know you drive farther because love make you okay to drive all the way to Woodland Hill, right? Your boyfriend, yeah, that's far. Especially hit the traffic. Oh boy. Oh, that's good. That's good. You didn't wasting time. Yeah, you listen to the podcast. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So that's why if you if you go further, there's a probably won't. Yeah. Good thing that Woodland Hill is still in LA County. I still run. Yeah. Yeah. They still. I did sell the property over there, so I knew it's just repeating,
client. So that's I said, okay.
it just every time I show the property, it's going to be. I usually I schedule with them during weekend. Try not to doing weekday.
But even weekend, is traffic's bad. Saturday, yeah. So those are the 4, in general, topic you talk about those, for the friends and family. If you didn't want to go through that, and we got a bottom. If any of this reason apply to your situation, I would just strongly encourage you to hire a very best professional you can and not risk losing a friend or lending family member or getting less than the best result
for yourself.
But how about vice versa? And this one,
they didn't tell you. How do you challenge if your friends and family want to sell the property? How do you want to do it? Do you ever thought about it?
Yeah, those are people were against, on the friends and family. But how about everything had a pro and con?
Those are just my own thought. You gotta have to support my business. I'm your best friend. I'm relying on you to supporting on my business. I do appreciate that, but I was pretty sure, if you are, assigned to me, I will still treat you as my best client, because I know you probably afraid to boss me around, but don't be afraid. Tell me, what should I do to satisfy your need? You flat out to tell the seller, your friends, it's okay. Just like, when I show my brother the property, he's a buyer. I have to, I still have to treat him fair. Yeah. It's not I can boss him around, even I'm the elder brother. It's the other way around, right? Because he is my client. You got to have change the character. He is no longer my younger brother. He is my client. When we talk about business, you got to have the mentality, focus on that. Otherwise, you cannot succeed.
especially, you know, friends and family. You gotta have to tell them.
Yeah.
I definitely love to earn your business.
If you don't give the business to me, who else you want to give it to? I'm your family member. I'm your friends. I'm relying on you to supporting the business. Please. Right? Why not?
It's all about money talk. Whatever you can earn the business. That's it.
Yeah. Nobody like to lose the business.
Yeah.
So that's why on this career, it's an art. We compete each other, you know, every day. Not just competing with the coworker, competing with the other agent. So do you qualify the buyer and the seller, earn as much the business as you can. So those are pretty important if you are against those people that have a question. Just like the experienced agent and the fresh, for the just starter. How do you compete with those experienced agents? I got all the time. I can service you. Those experienced agents, they got plenty of listing already. They only can get a fraction of the time for you. But I got all the time, undivided attention with you. Would you choose me? And I do appreciate you give me an opportunity to starting on this career. And I'm looking forward to earn your business for life. You gotta know how to talk, right? What do we do every day? Perform. We have to perform. That's why, before you're leaving your home, it's like you see the mirror. All right, what do I need to perform today? Are you full of energy? Yeah. That's how we perform. If you don't, I'm wimpy, come on. Nobody will find you as an agent. They want an aggressive agent. They gotta have to be tough. Yeah. So those are that's how everything has pro and con. You can always compete with the experienced agent with that. Yeah. And some of a seller, they do have a passion to give those a starter, opportunity, because they are starting and they say everything you do it properly. And besides, if you prepare your listing presentation, so do your CMA report, everything, then it could be, it's pretty good, for the results. Then that's how you build it up little by little. Just like, if you do an open house for some other agent's listing, that's how you do it too. Attract the other buyers. Yeah, I'm new. Don't be afraid to tell the people, say, are you new on the field? Yes, I am. I know typical Asian is, oh, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, right. Don't lie to them, because they can ask you any question, then they will find out you're just starter. Okay. Or if you are not even familiar with your area, they would know. Or if you didn't write your purchase agreement properly, they will know. The listing agent, you're just a beginner. Okay, let me tear you apart. Yeah, just by the purchase agreement you submitted into it, okay, you'll find out the difference. Yeah, just by purchase agreement, I can see. Huh? Okay. Which part? Everything. The way you talk. Okay, before you talk anything, I look at, did you feel in everything, every part, and what the wording you use, and the request you ask. Yeah, because it used to be, the other trainee, they heard the compliment from other listing agent.
I know you are new by the license, but your purchase agreement, who taught you that? They knew it's definitely not from them. Who taught you that? It's great. I mean, they even like to know who taught you that, the purchase agreement properly. That's how they get a proper training. Yeah. And that's why they come. Otherwise, I didn't know. And that's why that's how they keep me going. I say, I'm glad you guys, make it. It's because, you follow, what I taught you, for how to put it on the purchase agreement. And you do, because you do the purchase agreement properly and all the listing or every agreement properly, basically is also, on the other hand, respecting on the other side of agent, listing agent. And they know you got somebody behind you. They cannot tear you apart. That's how that happened. Yeah. You got a 1,000-pound gorilla behind you. Yeah. And they say, okay, then we'll just treat fairly. Yeah. They hardly will throw you under the bus if that's an issue happen. They know it's like, okay, you learn it very well. Okay, next subject. What's a FSBO?
For sale by owner. Okay,
that's all we call FSBO. Yeah.
If you like to market on the for sale by owner, yes, you can do so.
But sometimes you may have to be careful. Sometimes if the
for sale by owner, if they are not on do not call list or do not disturb list, even they put the sign on for sale by owner. If you try to soliciting, you may get, I heard I get a attorney letter later on, little lawsuit. Oh, you gotta have to compensate seller is on the do not call list, the do not disturb list, and you still soliciting. Oh, I didn't know. They put the for sale by owner. Yeah, for sale by owner means, do you have a buyer? Did you show the property with the buyer? Obviously, you don't. When you do the door knocking, you see for sale by owner. Yeah. Sometimes you're just knocking your trouble. That's some of attorneys that how they call up with the seller to make some money. Before you earn the money, you're already spending money for compensation with the seller. The last time I heard about, they were issued about $7,000 to $8,000. Yeah.
But that's why
used to be we can do it and knock on the door, for sale by owner. And now it's a little bit tough. You better, I would suggest you better have a buyer before you knock the door, okay? Or call them because they do not call list, and try not to soliciting. You better have a buyer. I said, I have a buyer, like to see your home, and like to know, I'm the buyer's agent. Do you willing to call up with the buyer's agent, some commission, or then they will tell you. If not, then you gotta have to charge the buyer, show you the property. Yeah, or have the buyer just go ahead, see the property by themselves. Since if I don't get paid, why should I have to wasting my time to show you? I can show you other property, but not that house, because the seller did not pay me. Or, sure, I show you the property, you pay me. How's that? If you buy that house, you pay me my commission. Other house, the seller will pay me, but this house, if you like it, you pay me. You like it? Sign the buyer's agreement. Then you can just, if that's the case, then you can just put the buyer's agreement for just this particular address. Yeah. Owner is representing by themselves. You don't representing owner. If a for sale by owner, unless they say, well, first of all, if you don't have a buyer and the buyer likes to submit an agent, even the owner say, well, look,
if the owner is pretty nice, seller is like, okay,
they will call up, they will pay the buyer's agent and say, well, you can actually kind of friendly ask them and say, well, I can just representing on the buyer side. Do you want to representing your side, or you want me to representing you as well, so I can be a dual agent, so I can be fair for both parties, so you can be protected as well. If you wish, I can be your listing agent, and I just charge you a fraction of a fee. I didn't really charge a full commission fraction, okay? Fraction of a charge.
That fraction is still 5%. No, I didn't think that. Well, the standard is 6%, right? Yeah, the fraction. I have to be a dual agent, 5%. I give you a 1% discount, right? Fraction. Or whatever. Okay, whatever the percentage may be. If you want to charge 3%, that's okay. Yeah, but the company still will, just collect the fee for 4%. All right.
Even as a dual agent and you're signing as a both, then you actually representing both party. Or you, they say they want to represent it by themselves. That's okay. They're not just representing the buyer. Yeah. The seller is still paying the commission to just one party, me. Okay, whatever, maybe 2.5% or whatever, maybe, whatever percentage you accept it, then you can have a seller sign it, single party compensation, have them sign it. You will pay me. Okay, then I'll give you the offer. You don't sign a single party compensation. If I give you the offer, boy, seller just talk to the buyer directly. What do I get? Nothing. Okay, so before that, I gotta have to let the seller. It's okay. You can representing yourself. If you don't want me to representing you, it's okay. It's your choice. But I gotta, present. You say you will co-op, then you better sign a single party compensation form. So I can show you the property. Usually, sometime before showing, I would let them sign it. The seller. Okay, buyer's there. You see that? Here's a. Would you sign it? Yeah. Or at least before you submit the offer, you gotta make them sign it. That's the last step. If they don't want to sign the showing and buyer want to see it, okay, fine. But just like that, those are, if you didn't have the seller signing and buyer seeing the property, that's one thing afraid is the buyer to talk to the seller directly and you're gone. The buyer's agreement. You let the seller signing the single party compensation agreement, you let the buyer signing the buyer's agreement. Both. Okay? So protecting me. Yeah. So that means if the buyer is finding the seller directly, somebody gotta pay me. Seller or buyer. I don't care.
As long as I get paid. I don't work for free. Okay. Most of the homes sold by the realtor is sold at a higher price with their FISBO. This is because the best qualified buyer work through the realtor. Because the buyer doesn't normally have to pay and use the realtor. So if you hire the realtor who knows how to market your home and generate the maximum interest for a buyer's agent, you should easily come out way ahead of trying to sell on your own, even when taking into account paying the service fee. So those are, you be actually telling the seller. So those are in the, you gotta have how to explain to the seller. But usually this day, if we are afraid to, knock on the door or call them and just in case, get a lawsuit. So didn't really get a chance to explain that to them. Yeah. But another way, an unthreatened thing to do is, if you really want a soliciting, can you still do the mailing? Yeah, you can do mailing. If you already know, because the mailing, if they don't like it, they can throw it away. No, because we only have do not call list, spam email, but mailing, everybody get the advertisement mail, right? So you get okay with that if you really want to do it. Oh, what do I push it? No. Sorry, I pushed my phone. No, you can talk. Yeah, I probably push it already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello， 哎，康良，哎，你好，哎，能不能给我10分钟，我待会打电话给你。好，OK，好，一会见，好，谢谢，好，拜拜。 Then three kinds of fistball buyer. The fistball deal with the three kinds of buyer. One, the buyer with the full credit who cannot get the realtor to touch them and who hope you will play banker for a stranger with the
Full credit. Well, because yeah, it happened. If you say, would you take those buyers? You know, they only got a 3.5% or 5% down. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Or whoever, you know, even I got money, but I mean, I got bad credit, really, really bad. They cannot even find any lender. Then what do? Somebody got to play the banker, right? So those are the bottom of barrel of buyers.
And two, the investor who looking to steal your home from you and then sell it to a nice profit.
Flipper. They can probably come out, yeah, I'm the flipper, I'll pay you cash, but this is how much I want to pay. Would you want to sell it? Yeah.
Three, the buyer who knows you aren't paying the commission to the realtor and wants the lower price from you. So would you rather work with a highly qualified buyer who also want to create a
win-win outcome? The really good thing in the United States here is they are well educated for everybody to hire the realtor to be their buyer's agent. The ratio is really, really high. You probably only got about, hardly you see the fistball on the market, 1%, 2%, very few. I know some area, I know it's probably usually less than 5%. 95%, the buyer, they will hire the realtor. But this ratio is usually lower in Asia because they didn't really educate well. And they don't even sign an exclusive listing either. You know, they can, I think in Asia, they're all signing the open listing. And they don't have an MLS like we do, share the information to each company. Whatever the listing, you can only, that company will find it. The other company doesn't know. So they end up, you know, they seller maybe have to sign a listing agreement with different company. That's more like what, open listing. Yeah, because they don't have an MLS like we do, share the information. And the listing agent, exclusive listing agent, is the only window, only door you go through. Okay, again, you know, against with all the buyers agent, all different company. So that's why we are actually well educated, you know, with the seller. If you doesn't hire the qualified, and we also, you know, share the information for all companies, not just one company, all companies. Okay, then that's, you get the best of your interest to get the top dollar, because the more exposure, more buyers, because every buyer have their need. Some buyer maybe care less, you know, on your home. It's just a living area, but some buyer definitely want your home because location, or sometimes the floor plan is just suitable for their need, especially like a one-story house, right? And for elderly people, they want one-story house. They don't want two-story. So those are, you know, difference.
Okay, number three, last competition means lower price. That's it. Do you know about a 9 out of 10 buyers with a realtor that find a home? When you limit yourself only 10% of all buyers, you are reducing the competition of your home. Last competition normally means the lower price for you. Is that what you really want? Would you allow me to show you how to generate more competition for your home, and I come more than cover my fee and put more money in your pocket at closing?
So when you talk to those fistball seller, if you can talk to them with the net, how much do you really want in net? Then you figure it out on top of commission, and is it still worth to list it? Because they already know, they say, well, you have to pay the escrow and other fee anyway. The only thing you save is commission. So if on the net, what they want, adding on top of your commission is still doable or a little bit over asking, I try to see if you can, you know, get the listing. If they call you, okay, if they engage you over the phone through your letter, say your farming letter, then okay, because they try and they didn't sell it. See, what happened is lately what I see the fistball, they all pretty much over asking, over market, because they're so greedy, and none of the agent will want to touch it. That's usually happen now. You don't see the fistball, they're selling dirt cheap, and it's still on the market. Oh, no way. Yeah, they won't sell it cheap. Somebody will jump on them to get the listing.
How much you net? Okay, fine. I'll on top of that on my commission. Is that fair? Okay. Or even some sellers say, well, if I want to hire you, if you can sell the higher than even on top of my net, okay, fine. On top of my commission, you still have more. Should we split the difference?
50-50. Bonus. I'll take it, right? Bonus. Not just the fair the commission what I get, and later on if above that we still split.
If they're way too high, then they keep it. That's why there's still some of FISBO. They advertising. They think they're advertising through Zillow, through Trulia. They will sell it automatically. Not really. Not really. Not anymore.
Because the housing market is
slowing down. It's still going up, but it's definitely slowing down for the momentum. Pay for the result only. I'm the only agent I know who can offer you with the arrangement where you pay me based on the result I get for you. Would you be interested in the kind of arrangement?
The result, that's more like a net pay. Okay, when I sell it, that's how much you get. Then on top of that, I pay something.
If I don't reach your expectation, then that means no sale,
right?
Yeah, you can do that. Difficult to find you. Buyers who are looking for the unique home like yours almost always in the realtor because it is more difficult to find your type of a home, and the buyers want all the help you can get. They may be 100 buyers out of this looking for the type of a house, but you are making it more difficult rather than easier for them to find you.
Because they only list on Zillow,
then sometimes, the people doesn't use Zillow. Then what do you do?
I mean, you gotta have to put all kinds of publication. But when we put on the market, you tell them, I say, when we put on MLS, every publication, they will get the information. So you don't have to input yourself
one by one.
From Realtor.com to Redfin to Trulia.com,
they all,
have your listing. That's a good thing, when you list it through the MLS with the agent properly. So you just have to use a combination to attract those FISBO to listing the property with you. That'll be the best. Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop here.